What's up, JD Aliens? Welcome back. Hey, veterans, step aside just a second. Let me give some attention to the new guy, girl, who just came in here, and I just need to tell them what's up and how we do things around this channel. So first of all, if you came here to see a guy literally rip apart headphones and talk about extreme details and nitpicky things that just really don't matter in the grand scheme of things, and use language and technologies talk that you probably don't understand, you came to the wrong place. Because I don't really do that. I don't really get into huge tech specs and stuff like that. I just give you the bottom line on whether you should buy a product or not based off my personal opinion. With that being said, I gotta give a shout out to my sponsor. The channel sponsor is Audible.com. Since we're gonna be talking about earbuds and headphones today, I think it's only right to tell you that Audible.com is giving you a 30-day free trial to check out some audiobooks and other audio programs in their huge library of stuff. That's how I consume all my books and stuff. I read a lot. Okay? I get a lot of books up in here through my earbuds as I'm walking or working out or whatever, and I do it with Audible.com because they got a huge library. So I suggest you click down in those links and check out Audible.com. Get your free 30-day trial if you haven't already done it already. But yeah, get your free 30-day trial from Audible.com. And now it's time to get on with the show.
Let's do it.
So yesterday, I actually did a showcase of the Sony, I forget the name. They don't really have a name. It's a number. The Sony WF, let me get this right. The Sony WF, oh, damn it. Dang, Sony, why you be doing this to me? It's the Sony WF-XB for extra bass 700, okay? That's what they're calling these things. And these are their extra bass earbuds, true wireless style of earbuds. Now, these things are great. They sound fantastic. My disappointment in them was that they lack a bunch of features that I would expect to get when I pay $130 for a set of earbuds. But I will tell you that these things are the king of bass. That is until another king of bass shows up. Yep, we got 3 other sets of great true wireless earbuds to check out and compare to these Sony extra bass earbuds. The first contender is going to be the Soundcore Liberty Pro 2. So we're just going to go through and do a full comparison from case to earbud. First off, and this is based off my personal opinions, man, that's going to be real subjective. As far as the case goes, I like the feel and style of the Soundcore one. Even though I'm not a fan of huge cases, this one gets by. I've said that time and time again. This one is big. It's got a huge footprint. However, it's rather slim. And man, I like the way that thing opens up. It's just awesome. This one, it doesn't feel cheap, but this is a hard plastic right here. And I got a feeling if you drop this, it's definitely going to scratch, and that's fine because you dropped it. But I got a feeling this might even crack. Like, you might have some cracks in there. Whereas this drops, I think it'll make it, man. You might have a little, scratch or something on there, but I think it might make it. This one, I think is going to crack. Also, the case gives you wireless charging here. Wireless charging, no wireless charging. And they both, as far as battery life, you're going to have to look up the specs on those because, and compare them for yourself. Like I said, I don't do a lot of specs here, but I do know you get 9 hours per charge on this, and you can only charge them up once after they've died, like completely died. You can only charge them up once via this case. But since you got the wireless charging here, I mean, this really shouldn't be a problem for you here. They both support or have USB-C charging right here, and this one's covered up by a flap. There you go, right there. So that's your comparison for the case. I gotta give the case award to Soundcore here. By the way, as far as price goes, these are coming in at $99. For those of y'all who like to round up, $100 here and $130 here on the Sony. So let's pull them out. Let's get rid of these cases since we don't need them anymore. Now let's look at the style of the earbud. Now these are both like tremendously big earbuds, man. These things are freaking huge, both of them. And both of them fit comfortably. However, I got to give comfort to Sony because these feel comfortable at first in my ears, but I have relatively small ear walls, and I can feel there's something in here that I can feel pushing up against my ear wall, and it gets a little uncomfortable after about 45 minutes to an hour, where I don't experience that yet with the Sonys. I haven't worn them like, I've worn these. I've had a long time to play around with these. So, it's, man, I got to give the comfort to Sony. Let's just go ahead and give it to Sony. Even though I have not worn these for more than maybe 30 minutes. They still feel comfortable in the ear, even though they have this weird, grotesque design. They still fit comfortably. I think Sony did a decent job in taking such a weird shape and making it comfortable in your ear. Whereas Soundcore, a lot of people say these fit comfortably forever. Like I said, I just got small ears, man. So, I mean, you got to take that with a grain of salt. But as we go to the aesthetics and structure, they both are button operated. You see, you got a button up top here and a button up top here. Now, the buttons are both easily depressible, but I definitely, oh, I'm playing some music. I definitely got to give the touch, the feel of the button to the Soundcore one. It's just a little bit easier to access, like, because you're doing it by touch. So it's a little bit easier to access, even though this one on the Sony is raised up higher. This one's easier to press down, which, when you put it in your ear and you got this thing sealed up right, if it takes less effort to push that button, you're lowering the risk of breaking that seal by jiggling the earbud around. Whereas with the Sony, it's a little bit harder to press, and that way you can kind of mess up your seal that you have in your ear, and then you have to adjust. So that's just a slight, almost nitpicky kind of thing between the two, but nonetheless, they both have buttons for controls. Now, when it comes to controls, Sony loses hands down. Sony's controls, I gotta say, man, you might like it. I don't know. This is a like or love kind of thing. On the right earbud, you have all your play functions, your forward and back tracks, and your play and pause. On the left earbud, oh, and if you do a long hold on the pressed, you'll get Google Assistant. On the left earbud, you have to tap in order to get your volume to go up, and you press and hold to get the volume to go down. And to me, that's just, first of all, it's weird compared to other earbuds, and it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem as functional as I would like it to be. And it takes a while to get from the highest volume to the lowest volume by pressing and holding. I just don't like it. Now here, you have the option to set your controls within the app, and I'll get to that next after I get done talking about physical stuff here. But you have the option to control whatever you want to control. So you got play and pause, you got volume controls, and you got track controls on either one. You get options here, and that's what I like to have, is stinking options. So in regards to apps, with Sony, you pay $100, with Sony, you pay $130 and you don't get no stinking app. With the Soundcore, you pay $100 and you get an app. Let's go into that Soundcore app real quick, man, because I was just listening to these bad boys doing my little test before the video. Okay, here it is. This is the Soundcore app. Let me get into, okay, so that's the home. You get your battery charge here. Is it battery charge? Yeah, you get the battery charge here. It doesn't give you a number. It just gives you, whether it's like full or whatever. But you get into this EQ. You can do a hearing test, and you get this Hear ID, which is freaking magnificent. This is my favorite setting right here. It just does a little hearing test with you. That way it can kind of amplify the sounds that you have a hard time hearing. That way you get to hear all your music. You got custom EQs that you can play around with. What else is there? I saw something new, actually. I think this is new. I didn't see this last time I was in this app. Professional. So you can go in here and check out all these professional, what are these, Grammy Award winning producers. Daryl Thorpe, Alex Pasco, Ignacio Molino, Craig Alvin. You can get their sound profiles that they've set in here, which is super awesome. That reminds me of some Parrot Zeke 2 stuff. Those are awesome. And then you have your default Soundcore signature presets here that you can play around with. So they give you plenty of tuning options, including your own personal one here with the Hear ID inside the app. Now, I did have a guy on my last video say I'm whining because there's no app. Seriously, man. Yeah, you can go into your default app on your phone, and who does that? Like, yeah, somebody like me, somebody like that guy would do it. But for the average person, man, they don't know how to do all that stuff. So giving you an app, especially at $130 while everybody else is doing it, give the people an app to play with. That makes EQ and the music simple, because not everybody needs to or knows how to fine tune music. So this is a more consumer friendly product we have here, especially with that app, man. So what else do we have? We've got phone calls. Incredibly great phone calls on both of these because they have like big sized bodies. I guess that's what you call it. They both have a huge body, right? So with that huge body, you got the mic sticking out a little bit, and that way it can pick up your voice. They both make great phone calls. So I definitely got to give it a tie for the phone calls. Now we get to the big deal here, man. What do they sound like? All right, so when it comes, I'm gonna save bass for last. When it comes to clarity in the music, I think I gotta give this to Soundcore simply because out of the box, I don't even remember what they sound like. But once you pick a profile from the app or do the Hear ID, my Hear ID brightens up the sound in these so good, man. I like treble. I really like treble in mid-range. And of course I love bass, but man, don't forget about the rest of the music. It's in here with the Hear ID and the EQ settings that you can achieve. You get it all in here. Yeah, it's just a nice, it's just a freaking nice experience, man, with the Soundcore Liberty Pro 2 or Liberty, is it Liberty 2 Pro? Yeah, Liberty 2 Pro. I forget which one comes first, the Pro or the 2. Either way, let's get over to the Sonys. Now, don't get it twisted. The sound in the Sonys is fantastic. It's actually pretty incredible, but I don't think it stands up to, overall sound quality. I do not think it stands up to the Soundcore simply because of the EQing. Yes, you can go into your EQ if you're one of those guys who likes to tinker in the settings of your phone, and you could probably achieve what you can get inside of 30 seconds with these. You could probably take about 20 minutes to tinker with these and most likely achieve the same thing that you get in the Soundcore. However, it takes you about 30 seconds to achieve that level of music and sound quality that you'll get here. So I'm definitely giving, the mid-range and the highs to the Soundcore. Now, when it comes to bass, because I know that's what y'all want to hear about, which one is the bass king? Well, I'm going to give it a tie, man. I am going to have to give it a tie because I've played various tracks, various tracks with the Soundcore. And I actually did toggle through maybe 3 different EQs, my personal ID, and then a Soundcore bass setting, and then one of the producer settings. And you get a different grade of bass. And my favorite was my Hear ID, which matched up like almost perfectly with what the Sonys deliver. So with these being called extra bass, I don't feel like they've done anything extra that you can't get out of the Soundcore at a $30 cheaper, man. And yeah, so as far as the better buy here, dude, I think your money is better spent with Soundcore. You're getting a fantastic battery life, great calls, you're getting wireless charging, you're getting a smaller case. Man, it's just, they give you so more. You get an app, you get to customize your button layout. Oh, you just get so much more with Soundcore. I hate to do it because I really do like Sony's products, but I think Sony really does rest on their laurels from, their past of being almost like the only audio maker to the best audio maker. They're not the best anymore. I mean, they're great. They do produce great products because I do still love my Sony XM3 over-ear headphones, and they are the king of headphones as I'm concerned. But as far as these earbuds go, man, you're definitely better spending your money here. You'll be happier with the Soundcore. It is what it is, man. It just is what it is, man. That's it. So there it is. There's your comparison with the Soundcore Liberty 2 Pros versus the Sony let me see if I can get it right. The Sony WF-XB700 true wireless earbuds. So is it a hands down slap? Slap down by Soundcore? It depends on who you ask. I'll say, yeah. $100 versus 130, you're getting all that, and the same quality of sound, if not better. Yeah, man. But I'm no expert. I'm just, doing comparisons. And I like what I like, and you'll like what you like. Either way, if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you give me some emoji hands in the comment section because I had a good time. But wait. I still have 2 more comparisons to do. So stick around for the next video because one of these is getting compared to the Sonys. It's either going to be the Galaxy Buds Plus of the Feel T1X. So click on the next video right now. Oh, so you wanted them cats that like to just run up in a place, take what you want, then leave, huh? Man, you better hit that subscribe and notification button. That way you know when I'm over here opening up new stuff. And while you're down there, you might want to consider tapping that join button and becoming a member, because membership has its perks. See, that wasn't so bad. All right, man, I appreciate you, and I'll see you at the next one.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?